Continuing with this series of 7 firm reasons why we have not found Atlantis yet, the second point to be addressed is the occupation of ancient city sites. Since the Bronze Age, thousands of years ago, there has been a relentless occupation of many of the ancient sites. For very good reasons, these prime lands to settle and rebuild cities have been reused from the earliest memories of the historical period. Modern archaeology has been able to push these sites even further beyond the written records, to small communities that eventually evolve into the grand metropolises of history. Because of this practice of reoccupying a good city site, we have unfortunately been left with a general lack of archaeological evidence in the terrain where rebuilding has occurred and is still intact in our current times. Buried beneath the present grand cities could be many of the answers we seek to vindicate the Atlantis story. So many of the oldest and best cities, which could shed light on the Atlantis mystery, are presently covered by modern metropolises. These sites have been completely remodeled by the heavily invested real estate of our current age. Even if we could expel all of the modern citizens of such cities, and then level all of the modern buildings, there is still no guarantee that thousands of years of uninterrupted conquest and destruction would leave much historical data behind. Beirut, Sidon, Tyre, Huelva, and Cadiz are but a few relevant examples of such cities which have severely limited archaeological studies. These sites happen to be locations that appear to be at the heart of the Atlantis story itself. For example, at Beirut there are layers of Crusader, Byzantine, Ottoman, Arab, Greek, Roman, and Phoenician constructions to take into account when excavating any given site where the old cities were once situated. Quite often, when new construction sites have begun in these historical centers, very rushed excavations are conducted, and the present-day construction continued for modern agendas. This is the world we live in, and unless a tomb containing vast riches of gold and precious stones are found, or a grand monument uncovered, the sites get quickly covered up and unfortunately lost. Another important element which contributes to the loss of information at these ancient cities comes from the fact that much of the potential artifacts have been removed by the heavy dredging of the sediment at the ports and at the mouth of the rivers. This practice of removing the sediment to clear the shipping lanes used at the ports has gone as far back as the Roman era 2,000 years ago. Therefore, even the Romans had unknowingly destroyed layers of potential history in the form of artifacts, which could much later be studied by our institutions. As a final but important point to be addressed is that both excavated artifacts and preserved monuments often do not bear the native names of cities or their respective nations. Generally, we could only pool together groupings and associations. Even if we had unearthed Atlantis today, it is not likely that there would be a sign reading, "Welcome to Atlantis." Not only this, but Atlantis was the translated Greek name given to us by Solon only after he spoke to the Egyptian priests about the story. What they actually called themselves remains very much a mystery.